What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Rando Commando show. The show where we take a completely random topic, throw our 2 cents worth in, and have some laughs along the way. By now, you know the drill. I'm Ethanuel. This is Jonesy, and we're gonna get right into this next one. Woo! So, Greg Peck proposed this idea to us, and
Thank you very much.
Yes, very much, because you feed into one of our many loves of movies, particularly Disney movies. So he proposed the idea of doing our favorite Disney sequels.
We're not doing Disney Pixar related. That's a whole nother list. Pixar in and of itself they have some fantastic movies. So we're trying to stick directly to animated sequels that are like not TV show spin-offs or anything, but like direct sequels to movies. So we're trying to stick just with animated movies for this list.
So I guess I'll start off. One of my favorite Disney sequels, actually, and guys, don't make fun of me, is actually Cinderella 3. The movie, the second one I don't remember much of, but I do remember the third one having an interesting twist of what would have happened if things were not as quite different as is in the original Cinderella story. Basically, the premise is, I can't remember if the stepmom or one of the stepsisters manages to get a hold, I think it was the stepmom. She manages to get a hold of the fairy godmother's wand, and she switched it around to where one of her daughters marries the prince, and Cinderella is still the slave, the girl, the slave girl and stuff like that. And so, but here's the kicker of it all is Cinderella knows that she's supposed to be with Prince Charming.
And something's wrong.
And the stepmother knows. The sisters are somewhat clueless. In the movie they are a little bit, but I mean they're not even aware. They're kind of like, okay, something's different, but like what's going on here? And so it was kind of like, okay, like it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. And it was gonna be kind of a shocker to you guys, but it was one that stuck with me as far as being a good movie for a sequel.
That's really good. One for me. This one's kind of interesting because this last week or whatever, I've been really trying to dive into. I was like, I haven't seen very many Disney sequels, so I was like, all right, I'll be renting them and watching a bunch of them. So I didn't get to all of them that I wanted to. So the bottom spot on my list are the movies that I didn't quite get to watch. So like, I was just trying to pick movies that I really liked that I was like, oh, good sequels would be for this. So like, I didn't get to watch the Goofy movie sequel or like the Lilo and Stitch sequels, which I was like, I really like both of those movies.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
The bottom slot on my list is for the movies I haven't seen yet that I will see and do that for.
At another date and time.
Yep, exactly.
My next one is going to be Kronk's New Groove.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Pretty funny. I mean, it's nice. Like Nick mentioned on the episode where we did Disney villains, is that Kronk gets his own movie, and for actually being a sequel to Emperor's New Groove, it's actually like pretty good for a movie by in of itself. I mean, Kronk's still up to his usual antics of being like somewhat what do I need to do here? But
right.
I mean. That's what's important is like, don't mess with the main character. Don't make him dumb in the first one and then make him super smart in the second one.
Don't change
keep the character the same, and that's what they did really well with Kronk's New Groove. A lot of things stood out for me for that one. So, your next one.
Next one for me, I really, really liked the third Aladdin movie, Aladdin and the King of Thieves. I watched Return of Jafar a decent amount, and it was okay, but not having Robin Williams as the genie, like, really was just so much different for me, and like it was really dark. So I mean, it was definitely the darkest of the three. But then the third one is like Robin Williams comes back. There's a lot more energy going on. Like Aladdin's getting married. It's really cool, and then it's like a big family thing. It's like, oh, his hidden dad comes or whatever. You're like, oh, sweet. Spoiler alert.
Right.
Sorry. But
I mean, it's a 10-year-old movie.
I know. So if you haven't seen it, well, I'm sorry, but you just haven't seen it. But so I really like that one because there's a lot of really cool action, a lot of really good family elements in it, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Next.
Next for me? Ooh. I probably would have to say Jungle Book 2. Would probably be my next one.
Okay.
It wasn't nearly as good as the first one. There's definitely some elements to it. I was like, why? This is not nearly as good as the first one. However, it does make the list because the first one was such a good classic, and the second one did its best. But obviously ended up falling short. There's a lot of other ones on the list that I'd rather put on. it'd probably be down towards, maybe a little bit lower on the list. But for sake and purposes, I'm just gonna put it on there just for classic sake. I mean, I remember going to the theaters and watching it, being more kind of like, oh, it's how the first one seems it's kind of like stiff or predicted movie. This one was like, okay, Baloo's reaching down and grabbing, like pulling the kids out. I mean, it seemed like it was more like definitely the times were different, and so I did like that spin-off.
I did get to see that one, this recently, and it was pretty good. Not too bad.
What about your next one?
My next one, this kind of shares a spot, I guess. They're both pretty good movies. Lion King 2 and Lion King 1.5. Like, they're both good for really different reasons. Like, Lion King 1.5 is hilarious. It is so funny, but Lion King 2 touches on a lot of themes that are, a lot different. It's kind of like almost like racial boundaries, and so it kind of talks about that stuff while introducing new characters, but then also showing it's like, yeah, Simba is king, but it's not all that, he struggles with things just like everybody else would struggle with things. So I don't know, I really liked that element because there were real life struggles in it, and it kind of had that same rebellious rebellious child thing in it that the first movie had going on. But yeah, it was, I don't know, I just liked, and Timon and Pumbaa are just great. Right. So yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah.
My number one is Lion King 2. To be fair, I did not want to put Lion King 1.5 and then go Lion King 2 as my number one. Lion King 1.5 is kind of like with Jonas. Like Lion King 1.5 and 2 are just, they're both
really great.
They can share a spot. They're both really great. My love for 2 comes from the fact that, one, I did not watch it a ton as a kid. And so every time I got to watch it, I was like, oh, I get to watch Lion King 2. This is awesome! But like for me, what really intrigued me was like the fact that, like you said, like Simba's got his own struggles as being king of the land and stuff like that. Right. But he's also got some father issues. Because I think from the fact that like growing up, like his dad died because his uncle had, obviously Scar had thrown him off the cliff. And so I don't think he wants that to repeat. He didn't want to be like a father so he's overprotective of Kiara, and he's got to realize that, when the girl becomes an adult, like, right. And so, like, I do remember, like, being like, oh, it's like, Simba, like, stop, like, let them be. The other thing was the music. Music, like, I know a lot of people might be like, how can you compare the music? But, like, some of the songs, I kid you not, I like from the second one. There was One of Us. I know which one you're thinking of. This is why we do this. Is because he knows exactly which one I'm thinking of. One of Us is still one of my favorite. Like, you realize that then You Pendy.
You Pendy. This is my sister. My sister hates this song. She was like, I thought the movie was good, except for that You Pendy song.
That's because I stayed it during dodgeball and nobody could hit me while they were trying to throw the ball at me. You Pendy. Yeah. People will vouch for me for that one.
Where the passion fruit grows sweet. I don't even know. Yeah, well, it's ridiculous.
It's we always said passion fruits.
Like, the passion, the passion fruits.
Like, aren't you looking pretty today? But it was just for me, like the music and the story just kind of flowed well for me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, The Lion King is arguably one of the best Disney animated movies anyway. So yeah, they did at the time when like Disney was releasing a lot of sequels that were subpar at best.
Brother Bear! Sorry. Sorry.
Brother Bear.
Sorry. I had a
little Brother Bear itch in your throat.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a lot of sequels that is just like, just not very good. For them to come out with, Lion King 2 is like, this is a good sequel, then yeah.
Right. Well, that's going to be it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys got ideas for the show, please leave a comment down for us below on either on here or one of our social media websites as well. Absolutely. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. We really do appreciate it. And this is the Rando Commandos signing off.